Howdy. Well, this is the last installment of the Phosphor 29 hood that I built for the Godzilla, and I had finished it off in a green self-etching primer to get that olive green complexion, and I decided it just wasn't popping enough, so I decided to come up with something that would make it stand out a little bit more. And I'm going to model this paint scheme after this little fella here, and I just wanted a reptilian look. So what I came up with is, if you take a look here, this is my test pattern. This is the portion of the hood that I cut out for the Phosphor 29 scoop, and the left side is one paint scheme, and then the right side is another. I decided I like the left better, so that's how I'm going to do it. And this is I'm just basically putting a reptilian skin on the hood, and it's a pretty simple process. And I'm going to run you guys. So what I have here is this is a self-etching primer, and all I did was scuff it a little bit. I'm going to wipe it down with the rag. Like that. So this whole paint scheme is really not designed to look like a show car or anything. This is a race car, but it's just going to make the hood pop a lot better than it did, and something that's really easy to do. And I don't like that. There's a little bit too much dust. I think I'm gonna wipe it down with a little bit of water to just get that dust off of there. So here's where the magic happens. This is from Ford Ranger. It goes in the back on the back wall of the extra cab, and people put their little storage things in. It's held in by a couple clips on either side, and you just take those clips out, and then you have this net, and it makes a perfect scale pattern for a reptile skin. And so that's going to give me what I want. And what we want is to have this is how I'm modeling it. The scales are a little bit different. The Godzilla actually has kind of like a sort of an alligator skin, and this is more like a snake skin, but I couldn't find anything that would duplicate an alligator skin, so this is going to work. Going to have to work. All right, this is what it took to do this job, and it was literally only about $25, if that. What I did was I used several cans of the self-hatching primer for my base to get my lizard skin, and that's going to be the basis of the outer bit of your scale. And then let that dry, and I use this Rust-Oleum satin black as after I laid down the Ranger cargo net over the hood, and then I sprayed satin black, a couple cans of the satin black, and then to give it a little bit of that little kind of sheen, make it more like kind of skin-like, or give it some texture, I used the Duplicata graphite wheel coating. It has like metallic silver mixed into the graphite, or the darker gray color. So that gave it this look, and it came out pretty good. I'm not 100% satisfied with the hood, because of I only had so much cargo netting, and I had to do it in 3 different layers. So you can kind of see there's a line where I had laid it out, and I mean, it still looks great for $25, and I would think I'm going to redo it. It didn't really cost a whole lot. I'm going to sand it down a little bit. I'm going to redo the base, and then I'm going to, instead of doing it the way I did it, I'm going to do it the way I had originally had planned to do it, but I kind of chickened out because I didn't want it to be too freakish. But I'm going to do the Godzilla paint scheme, so I have enough cargo net where I can do half of the hood in the snakeskin, and then I'm going to do the other half in the blue spiky color, and I'm going to use a different netting to create some highlights of silver into the netting, and I'm going to do that for the hood, the roof, and possibly the trunk. And it might look crazy, but the worst case scenario is I could repaint it a different color. It's no big deal. But I didn't have the guts to do it this last time around because I thought it might look silly, and but I think that's what I'm gonna do, because everybody loves this car, and I don't really think I can screw it up. I can't really afford an expensive paint job, and stuff like this is just fun. Kids love it. Most adults are like, wow, how did you do that? The only professional painters would probably question the veracity of what I did, but most amateurs, viewers or amateur watchers, think it's really cool. And I have a few artist friends, and they seem to be very jazzed by the concept and what I accomplished, because art doesn't have any rules, whereas painting cars have a lot of rules. You know, there's how you prep the metal, how you mix the paint, how much time you leave it to cure, all these rules. Well, I don't have those rules because I'm just a knucklehead. So this video is it for now, and we got more shit coming, more stuff coming for the Godzilla Torino channel. So like and subscribe, and if you're watching the video and you're not liking it, then what's going on? If you can take a minute to watch it, then you can take a minute to subscribe. So I'll talk to you guys later, and we got some great drag racing stuff coming up, and we'll be bringing more to you in the future. In June we have a Chevy vs Ford race, and that's going to be a crazy grudge fest type of racing, and I'm going to try to have more cameras, more views, and talk to some more people. It's going to be great times. Well, thank you for coming.
Yeah.
And we'll do